Welcome back. Closing moments now on the program. Of course, we're talking about the Nigerian equities market. It's already setting continuous trade. Very busy day coming in from yesterday because of, yesterday the Monetary Policy Committee announced its decisions. And so we're taking a look at where the markets will, or how the markets will go from here. Let's talk to Rotimi Fakaijo, who is a trader at the Nigerian Stock Exchange and CEO of Enterprise Stockbrokers, to get a sense of where the equities market is this morning. Good morning to you, Rotimi.
Good morning, Harriet.
It's great to have you on the program. Give us a quick preview of the early numbers for today.
Well, the overall change as of this morning in the All-Share Index is 0.02% positive, and also a volume of 22 million has been traded for a value of 58 million naira. And with the way it is, every sector seems to be responsive positively this morning, except for banking sector that is down by 0.02%, which is very marginal. And it is expected that definitely as trading continues, having started the market this way in a positive manner, there's every tendency that we're going to have it end even better than where it is right now. So with the outcome of the MPC, with no change, which was a very high expectation of the entire market team, I believe that investors definitely begin to represent themselves. These are the impending auditor reports that should be coming to the market maybe latest from next week.
So as it is now, investors have literally shaken off the developments from the MPC and they are moving ahead. But it also looks like they're booking profit rather heavily on most of the major counters in the banking, consumer goods and industrial goods sectors.
Yes, I quite agree with you, because if you look at what happened to Zenith Bank yesterday, it was quite a reverse of what had been in the previous way. And also looking at Nigerian breweries. But even as that may be, looking at also sensing the kind of volume and value that was traded yesterday, most especially in Seplat and the Nigerian breweries, I still want to believe that the market is still very optimistic about the auditor report that has been expected, and investors are still very much having a good measure of confidence in the market.
But we also noticed yesterday that there was a drop in the volume and somewhat mixed on the value. Talk to us a little bit about how investors seem to be trading these days. Does it look like there's a lot of dumping of some of these shares on the exchange?
Well, I think the big value was not commensurate to the volume that was traded, mostly because about 23 million shares of Seplat Petroleum was traded on the market for a value of almost 8.5 billion naira. Likewise, we saw a value of 530 million naira coming for Nigerian breweries, and over 300 million naira coming from Guarantee Trust Bank. So these are actually what was responsible for almost 90% of the entire trade done yesterday.
So for today, you're quite optimistic that we'll have a positive close. That's against the 0.05% loss recorded by the markets on Tuesday.
Yes, I'm quite optimistic. And I believe with the position that we have now is 0.03%. I believe that definitely will be the outcome of, there'll be a better outcome for the market today.
All right, Rotimi Fakaijo, equities trader and CEO at Enterprise Stockbrokers, thank you so much for joining us on the program and giving us a preview into what the market is looking like. The Nigerian Stock Exchange is setting continuous trade, and so from those early numbers, we see that, the All-Share Index is not looking too badly, and if there isn't any strong profit taken by investors of some of the major counters on the markets, Rotimi is optimistic that the market will finish in winning ways today. And that's it on today's edition of Business Morning. Many thanks for staying with us. I'm Harriet Agbenyi. Have a profitable day.